Robot was at a crossroads in his life. He was not sure what to do or which direction to go in. He knew that taking the easier way out could lead to living on the streets, or best case scenario, hanging out, watching TV on the lounge all day. It would take a lot more effort, but he really wanted to allow himself that dream of the big job and that big house he could one day afford, if only he knew what to do. Robot let go of the thoughts in his head that were holding him back and decided to have a go at the big job and the big house. He figured that the first step towards his dream was getting some education. That's when he found out about Careers Australia. Robot decided to sign up to one of the Careers Australia qualifications. He checked the student agreement, and when he felt comfortable with the qualification he had chosen, the online delivery, that he could one day change to FlexLearn if he needed, all of the financial details. When he started that he had a cooling off period and the meaning of census dates, he set out to get a USI number and confidently signed his name. It was a day or two later when Robot got a phone call from the Careers Australian welcome team. They let him know he was going to use a learning portal, my.ca Blackboard, to access all the training material for his course. They told him who his trainer was and that trainers look after training and assessment, and that as an online student he also had a study coach who would make regular contact to keep him on track and be there to support him in his study. So that was it. Robot was going to be a student. Then it really hit. He had never been a good student. He had no idea what to do. He started to worry. Had he bitten off more than he could chew? Would he need to move house to be closer to a FlexLearn hub if he could not handle online study? Would his boss understand and let him drop a couple of shifts to fit it all in? Could he manage his time? And stay off the computer games? Use a computer to study and gain knowledge and skills? Work out how to use the computer properly at all? Could he write assignments? Have time for his family? Time to take out his sweetheart? Enough money for food? He really started to stress out about graduating ever, at all. Then he got a call from his study coach, who listened to his concerns and started to put them all into perspective. Together, they identified the main worries and put them in place into a plan to set up Robot's computer and get a study schedule set to put him through the study skills program and know where to go when he wanted to brush up on other skills. Robot felt much better. He logged onto my.ca Blackboard to meet with his trainer in an online classroom. There were other students there with similar stories and similar interests. His trainer started to break up the tasks and assignments into small, manageable chunks. Robot felt better. He checked his week 1 schedule that had been set up with his study coach. Monday, research and study, and time for the family in the afternoon. The next day was study before work, and each of these days had the study tasks and his life all fit into the week, including a date with his sweetheart. Week 2 came along, and he got stuff done. He fit an extra shift of work in and finished step 2 of his study plan. Week 2 turned to week 3, turned to week 4, and then he realised that when he logged on, things were much clearer. He found all his training on my.ca. His study coach was there for support along the way. His trainer helped him grasp the concepts and do the assessments. He had friends to share his ideas. That piece of paper was going to be his, and when he got there, he partied and cheered. If you have a story like Little Robot, take in this scene and know that you've got it. You've got what it takes to know your journey and own your destination.